What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy Tommy G here with the Match Day Mayhem? They're calling it. I mean, listen, anything that has mayhem in it, they're stealing from me. So soccer, you owe me royalties. Match Day Mayhem going on in the world of soccer. We're going to talk about the foot fairies for about 15, 20 minutes, and I have two of the biggest fairies I know in Siege and Kababble coming here to do it. So get your feet ready, boys. We're going to get to you two in a second. The games start, I believe, at 3 o'clock, right?
Correct.
3 o'clock.
All of them start at 3 o'clock. All
18,000 games start at 3 o'clock. So normally you don't hear me talking a lot about soccer, but this is a huge day, I guess, for the Champions League. Bill Rupp, I know you like a little footsie. You're going to be playing any footsie today?
Yeah, why not? Play a little, little
footsie? Take a couple feet pics. Great Zabowski, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm tired. Someone woke me up at 5 in the morning last night. Hoffman, how are
What's
you?
up?
What's up?
We might have to have a talk with Uncle Danny.
About what now?
He just like gives up on his teams. You're like in December, and
then all of a sudden he's like
6 months left of the season.
Dude, me and you nailed him at the same exact time on that. That Ranger thing when we posted that guy. I mean, the problem with him is
last month he's telling me that the Bulls game versus the Knicks is a must win. Yeah, and now here we are, and the Knicks are dropping 140 every night.
Yeah, I mean, you got it. Listen, him and Bill Rupp are the same exact person. The difference is Bill's actually smarter, which is
I don't
scary.
give up. I don't give up.
No, you flip flop a shit ton.
I mean, Uncle Danny posted that he quit on the Rangers.
Yeah,
like, straight up.
Quit on the Mets. You know what?
Quit on everybody. Quit on everybody. But all right, guys. So Wednesday today, obviously, we got some college basketball games. We have hockey that we'll go over. We got a bunch of other sports that we're going to go over. But for right now, because it's starting within the hour, I think this 3 o'clock, right? Every game goes off at 3, guys?
Yes.
Everyone goes off at 3.
Everyone goes off at 3. So I'm going to go get myself a water here real quick because I ran on because I knew I'd have 15 minutes right off to talk. So Kababble, lead us off. What's going on? Who we betting on? Take your time on this, guys. We don't have a busy show with all the other sports. So go deep dive. Do whatever you guys want to do. Your show, baby. Footsie time. Kababble.
Alrighty. So today we got the UEFA Champions League going on. Match day 8, so it's the final one. There is no dropping down into Europa League anymore. It's either you're in the round of 16 doing a playoff to be in the final 8 or you're completely out. Everything's going to be on Paramount Plus today. Golazo, that's their red zone. This is going to be pure madness. Nothing like this has ever happened. 18 at once. It's the most. Yeah, this is going to be exciting. You got a lot to play for. All eyes are going to be on Man City. They are basically in a win or go home situation, being one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the world for the last decade. Yeah, pretty much everybody's got something to play for, but a handful of teams that are out of it. You have 2 matches with.
I mean, you say out of it, there's like millions of dollars on the line. So I'm not sure those small clubs are even going to say that they're out of it. You know, millions of dollars on the line today for them.
There is huge money incentives, but for like the Young Boys Burn and Red Star game, neither of them can advance, so they're just going to be playing to play. They've already secured what money they'll get for this, but yeah, for pretty much almost everybody's in it.
I hate to correct you, but actually there is, in the new system, there's a lot of money on the line. Let me go through it because I'm actually on this over that I was going to pass on that you bet when I realized the prize incentives. Every league phase win is worth 2.1 million pounds. That's 2.3 million American. And then in addition, there's like this thing called shares, where if you finish dead last, you get 1 share, which is worth 275,000. If you finish 1 spot above that, you get 550, and it goes up. Every spot in the table that you somehow improve on, you get another 275,000 pounds. So we're talking about $5 to $6 million if one of these teams wins today. So, I mean, for like a Red Star, that's like 4 players for them. Same thing for a Young Boys. So yeah, they're going to be trying to win. Draws, not going to happen.
Draws are almost worth $1 million, so they're still in play as well. But people will push for the win. That's like you alluded to. That's a game that I'm on. I think they both still push for it. So
yeah, totally. Let's start with the 3 dead rubbers, the 3 games that don't have anything to mean. Young Boys and Red Star. You're on the over. I cut the over, and now the over is going back on the card because you were on it, and I shouldn't have cut it to begin with. These teams, they've really kind of just screwed me all Champions League, where they just keep missing the damn goal. Like they'll have an expected goals of like 3, and then they just miss the net 15 times. But they're playing each other. Their goalies aren't quite as good. I think you're right. This game's going to fly over.
Yeah, I think this has 6-goal upside to it. I mean, if you look at both teams, if you look at how they do in league play, they dominate usually their leagues. They're all offensive. They absolutely do nothing on defensive, especially if they go into Europe. They're going to face each other. I expect it to be completely open. I expect shots to be fired. If they finish, there's no reason to see 3, 4, 5, 6 goals pop off in this one.
Yeah, so I'm adding that one to my card. It was off the card. Sturm Graz Leipzig, you couldn't pay me to bet that game.
No.
Gironia Arsenal, I looked at just because a draw does do Arsenal some good, but their lineup says they don't care. So I don't care either.
Arsenal, I expected Arsenal not to come in this and care because their next match is against Man City at home. So after bottling it back-to-back years, that's going to be their primary focus. That's their UCL championship next week.
Yeah, that's so those three games are the three that there's nothing to play for in terms of advancement. So expect kind of heavily rotated sides. Now let's talk about the elimination games. There's 2 of them. One of them is a win or go home for Man City up against Club Brugge, where a draw is good for Club Brugge, but the problem is that requires to keep Man City out of the net.
Yeah. So all I've heard since they blew that PSG lead is Club Brugge is on a 20-match win streak. It's going to be difficult. City's down in the dumps. People just create their own narratives. Look at the Kansas City Chiefs. If you took out Mahomes, Kelsey, their best defensive player, their second best defensive player, and their backups, would that team be in the Super Bowl?
That's what I thought last night with Kentucky.
That's true. But
Kentucky's missing 3 starters and had the best game of the year.
We saw it this year with City. No Kevin De Bruyne. Foden's form was down and hurt. They lost their Valdiorn winner and Rodri. Diaz is out. Stones was out. Now they're starting to get healthy. Now, the big thing to note is no January signings can play during this. So Marmouche is out. And then for PSV, Kvaratskhelia is out as well. I don't think that really bothers me because they have the back sealed up. I think you're going to see City go for broke. They need to make sure they have the good goal differential. That's where the external implementation comes into. So I don't see any reason why they don't go for 3, 4 goals and try to run the score up. If they get one, Bruges has to open up, and if Bruges opens up, it's game over for them.
Yeah, I didn't bet this pregame just because I'm going to wait for City to score one and just hit it live because, like you mentioned, like once one scores, the dam's going to break, right? I've just seen City too many times this year wait for 60 minutes before they get the first one. So I'm just going to wait. It could be 2 minutes into the game and I'm hating life, but there's also a chance it's like minute 40 or something and I can get a pretty equivalent price. But I will be adding Man City eventually once they score the first goal. Or if Club Brugge somehow scores on a counter, like I'll hop on then too. Because then Man City's going to have to press more and then the counters will even be more open. But I'm with you. I think Man City does get eventually 3 or 4, but I'm going to get a little greedy and try to see if I can wait out a little bit of a better price.
The big thing for Club Brugge is they sold their best player in Skov Olsen, so their counter game is going to probably struggle a little. I mean, they still have their key striker and other players, but not having him is a big hurt. He went to a bigger European team.
Yeah, City has shown to me that they can allow anyone to score on the counter in this Champions League, so it's tough for me to it's definitely an important loss, but it's also Man City's defense, which is not very good. All right, let's talk about the other one. Paris Saint-Germain versus Stuttgart here. You've noticed that the draw line is plus 140. That's because a draw will advance both these teams. But it feels like every time these situations happen, it never ends in a draw.
Yeah, I had no interest in this one at all. I just kind of marked it off outside of Dembele. There's just nothing here I want to do. The draw being in play, a rule of mine is if you ever see a draw that's between that plus 190, 220, there's a good chance it's probably going to be like that, be a grind out, low scoring. So I stayed off the over there. But if you played the over, I wouldn't fault you. There's nothing to say that Barcola, Dembele, and then Nieves can't come out and drop 2 and force Stuttgart to play. So,
yeah, I took the over at 2.5 plus money. It just felt a little bit low just for PSG's talent. Like if they do get one, the game opens up, and at that point there's 2 goals. If it had been like plus 3.5, I probably would have sat it out. But plus 2, getting plus money on 2.5 when at some point, like if a goal is scored, the other team has to try, and if it could be super late, right? It could be the 90th minute, it's 1-0. They bring the goalie up, they score. and then they bring the goalie up again and they score again. Like there's a lot of late time potential goals here. So there's going to be a lot of live stuff that I'm going to be looking at. And this is one of those games where that's definitely in play because they don't care if they lose by 3. It's got a lot of Commanders, Tommy. Like the Commanders didn't care if they lost by 30. There's a bunch of those situations today where it's like, we'll take the 1% equity because losing means absolutely nothing.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about where the eliminations is now in stake for one of these teams. I got to be honest, I stayed off of both these games, Juventus and Benfica and Sporting and Bologna. Did you touch either one of those?
So I put out a FanDuel boost early with Yorkes, and then it comes out that he's hurt after he just played 90 minutes this weekend and nobody said anything anywhere. That took me completely off of it. I did put them in the boost. I still think that they win because Bologna's playing for absolutely nothing right now. So maybe they try to go out and ruin something, but I don't see it. They're missing Orsolini, so they don't have anything there outside of him to me. So if you could have cards, I'd bet cards. I think Bologna will be hacking away, to be honest. And then as for Juventus, if you look at my bets, I've stayed off them. They are absolutely dreadful to bet. They love draws. They love unders. It just doesn't fit what I want to do.
Yeah, totally agree. I stayed off of that.
So
now,
by the way, just for anyone who's here right now, let's take it in half. What are the main bets you guys are on right now? Just to kind of this halfway point pretty much.
Okay.
Right?
So Young Boys Red Star over 3 and a small ladder up to, what did you say? You took it up to 6?
I think it has up to 6 potential.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm
going to write these down and then I'm going to kind of speak for the dumb public who doesn't bet soccer and ask you guys some questions when you're done. So Young Boys over 3. What else?
He's
going to do Man City live, but I'm on Man City's team total. Okay. I have their 1.5 in a parlay for the subs, and I'm on their 2.5.
Okay. What else? They're just the ones you've gone over already.
That's all we have.
I took PSG Stuttgart over 2.5 at plus money. I would not lay anything. I would not, if it's not plus money, just pass.
Okay. So the main 2 right now are Young Boys and Man City. You guys both are agree?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Carry on.
Let's do now where this is where it gets fun, and the word goal differential is going to become a major topic here. So basically, there's 36 teams in this competition. 36 teams. The top 8 get a bye into the round of 16. 9 through 16 will host the second leg up against 17 through 24. So there's a major incentive to get into that top 8, and then a major incentive to get into the top 16. On DraftKings, is the top team home or away? That is
usually the top team's home for books. So like on FanDuel,
it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Let me just check. I'm just gonna load up DraftKings on my computer real quick.
The thing to note with the top side is Barcelona and Liverpool. They're secure. The only thing there is, do they want to chase the top spot? There's really no incentive. So that kind of had me off both of those. But it did open the door for me to be on PSV. They're at home. They could easily steal a point here because they need a win or draw to get into the knockout phase where Liverpool's set.
Yes, the top team is home.
I was just going to ask you, is that for you? Okay, so do you get that, guys? So when you guys are looking on DraftKings, the top team is home in soccer. It's not like other sports.
Yeah. So, Liverpool's it's going to be a heavily rotated side. They have no reason to play. I took PSV on the money line. I took PSV minus 1.5 goals here. I just don't think Liverpool's going to – they really have nothing to play for. 1 versus 2 is still the same pot. So there's literally no incentive. There's no difference between 1 and 2. So they're just going to sit guys.
Yeah, and if you look at their lineup, they're playing youth guys. Salah's out. All their main guys are not playing.
Yeah.
Mo Salah?
He's out.
Look at me. Let's go, Tommy G. I just wanted to show up for a second.
Yeah, all these guys are out. So there's no real incentive. You said you didn't take Barcelona. I actually did take Barcelona. Because they are playing at Atlanta, who has a lot to play for here. They're playing for that top 8 spot. Barcelona's just going to score goals. They've scored 26 in this league phase so far. The next highest is 18. So they're going to score goals, and Atlanta has no reason to sit back. They need to try to stay in that top 8. A draw probably won't get it done just with the way the matchups are set up today. So I think that you're just going to see a lot of goals in that game. So I actually did take the over there, and I actually laddered that up all the way to 8.5 because there's just no incentive for either one of these teams to play defense.
So I had the same thoughts initially, and then yesterday they come out that Lookman's out for a while now, and if you know anything about Atalanta, he's their star player. They just need a win to get into the round of 16, and they're secured in the knockout. I kind of was looking at the Barcelona team total, but I didn't want to chase it, so I kind of stayed off that.
Yeah, I just think that like getting that with him being out, that bye is just so important that they are going to try. Just the way the matchups are set up, like there's just too many teams that can catch them in goal differential without a win. So like they could fall all the way to like they could theoretically fall all the way outside the top 16. I don't think that's going to happen, but that is theoretically possible. So I did
for
end up taking
Atalanta,
that
they're
over.
secure. They're locked. They're locked top 16.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
And it's, how does this work, guys? So after today, there's 16, and then what happens after?
So after today, there's 24. So what happens is 1 through 8 get a first round bye.
Okay. So this is like the first day of the tournament here?
This is the last day of the league phase. So there's,
All right, so it's the last day of the kind of pre-tournament. Okay.
Yeah, the group phase. What used to be known as the group phase. They got rid of the group
So
phase.
after this, it goes to 24, and there's 8 per quadrant?
No, so the top 8 get a bye into
Okay.
the round of 16, and then 9 plays. It's not quite like
Okay,
this.
so then they do the other. All right, gotcha.
Yeah.
So the rest just play to get in.
Yeah, there'll be
So
a
8 more
home
teams
and
out of
home
that.
for the other 16.
Okay, so 8 teams are going through, and then the other 16 teams or whatever are going to
play
Do
a
a home and
quarter.
home.
8. Okay.
Yeah, do a
Okay.
home and home.
So how long does this go on for? How long does the whole tournament go on for?
June, I think, is the
Yeah,
finals.
June's when the
Oh,
final
okay,
is.
so it's what, once every few weeks? Is this one of those things they do in the middle of their regular season?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right.
It's
So
basic-
like the
yeah.
NBA Cup for soccer, kind of.
Except
Yeah.
it's way better and way more
Yeah.
thought out.
Well, everything's better than basketball.
Yeah. So I just think Atlanta has too much to play for here. So, or Atalanta has too much to play for.
Atalanta.
So I do think that game goes over. Let's see what else. So there's a couple teams here that we should probably just discuss. Bayern Munich is playing the absolute worst team, in my opinion, in the entire tournament in Slavia Bratislava. And they need to win by 5 or 6 to be live, you think, for the top 8?
Yeah, they need to
Remember
drop,
they went in Euro
drop a
trip?
few.
Bratislava. I think that's where they went, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, honestly, Bill, did you hear what he just said, Hoffman?
I don't know. It's putting me to sleep. I don't
No,
know.
no. I didn't realize he's on the couch.
I like soccer.
Where's Jenna?
Hold on.
Soccer for the next person, but I can't take anymore.
I want you guys to go longer now. Fuck
Oh
him.
my
Let him take it now. No, Hoffman just said Euro trip. Hoffman, I was telling Bill, we were talking about the most underrated movies in the history of movies. I think Euro Trip is the most underrated comedy in the history of comedies.
It's
Yes.
so good.
It is so good. It's better than Road Trip. It's better than half the.
It smashes Road Trip.
Smashes Road Trip, and all anyone talks about is Road Trip. But that movie's so good. Anyway, carry on, Cabell.
No. So, yep,
please don't.
Bayern Munich has to win by 1 million. So that's one of my favorite bets is just them to score because this team is bad. And I think they even rotated. I think they're playing a couple youth guys from what I looked at. And going up against Harry Kane, some Eastern Europeans' third team is just going to get absolutely annihilated.
Yeah, I saw they were minus 20,000 and minus 30,000, and I just said, all right, I'm good with not touching that. But I would chase their goals if I chased
Doesn't
anything.
seem like much value on minus
Yeah,
30.
the value was low for me, but
And
the
my
way he
soccer
put it-
expertise. I
would never lay minus 30,000, but the goals, like they just have to score 5 or 6.
So what do we do in a game like this? Because I know when we're looking at UFC, I always tell Mike, if ever I see it's literally a system that I've had for fucking 7 years with Mike and Lab and all them. If I see a favorite over minus 800, I automatically take them to win inside the distance, right? Because the logic is they're so much better than this guy. There's a high probability they're going to kill him at minus 120. What is the way to play this when you have a team that's this big of a fucking favorite? Do you hit it live? Are they going to take their foot off the gas? Are they going to keep stomping them?
2 ways pre-match to play this. If you're a gambler, you go after the 45-minute team total if you have it, which is
And which
probably
game?
1.5.
Just remind me which game this is on this. I'm just.
The Bayern-
Bayern, Slavia, Bratislava.
Yeah. You either
Euro
go
trip
after the
versus
first
Bayern,
half
got it.
team total, or you do like Siege does and you go after their high total. Just
What
depends.
about goal scorers? I mean, if we're looking at these goal scorer opportunities, I mean, you got Harry Kane obviously minus 410, but it looks like everyone else is in the minus 150 range. Is there anyone else you guys are confident in?
The problem is that they're so over. It's just whoever decides that they want to score.
Holland minus 220.
Well, that's different.
Drop. I like Holland
He is on the fly.
anytime goal scoring shots.
Well, why don't we do this? How about this? Hold on. Well, let me get in the sauce here. What about Harry Kane? Do you guys like Holland to score too, Kababble and Siege?
Yes.
What if
Yeah,
we
you
parlay
should.
Harry Kane and Holland? Harry Kane's minus 410, Holland's 2 something. It
Now
should be
you're
like
getting
even.
crazy.
It's if you have Fanatics, there's a boost. It's Kane, Holland, and I can't remember who the third guy was.
Mbappe.
It was actually a really
Mbappe.
good price.
Mbappe.
Yeah. You'll
What's
see those
that?
3 in boosts everywhere.
Let me see. Is that good or bad? Is it the same in soccer as it is in other sports? Or faction it? Or? So
this
right
one,
now
it's a
you can get
pretty-
Holland's minus 190 to score. If you pair him with Kane, it's minus 112.
That's a pretty good bet. I
That's
would
what I'm
bet
doing.
that.
I don't hate that.
That's what I'm doing. Tommy G special. There we go.
Yeah.
Tommy Toes in the area.
Fuck, I gotta
Yep.
put it
Go on.
back.
So basically this next set of games is teams that are on 13 points or 12 points, and if they win by enough goals, they can sneak into the top 8. So these teams have there's no downside in them losing, and all the incentive to world to score as many goals as possible. So this is where you get to my favorite bet of the day, which is Feyenoord and Lille over 3 at even money. You can lay the juice on 2.5 if you want. These teams are 11th and 12th in the table, and if they can get their goal differential up by a couple, they're going to be pretty live to get into that top 8. So I just don't think either of these teams has any downside to not try to score goals and all the upside in the world to score goals. So I think this one flies.
Is this
over.
Feyenoord Lily? Is this the one you're talking
Yes.
Yeah.
about? All right. And what's the total? What's the one you like?
2.5. You can lay the juice on 2.5, but I don't think it
Yeah,
matters.
it's
I think this
140.
gets.
I'll take that. Fuck that.
I think it's going to be. I think there's going to be a lot of goals here.
Kababble?
So I used Feyenoord's both teams to score, and I put it with Dortmund's over 2.5. That's juice to hell to get plus 109. That's another match I just see just like this one. I think there's goals. I think there's goals from both sides, and I think there's enough to cover 3-4.
Basically, anyone who's 9 through 18 in the table is going to be trying to score as many goals as possible today.
I mean, hopefully the fire nerds are running like their hair's on fire.
Yeah, they can't play any defense and they can score. So like they're a real perfect team to put into this scenario.
Fire nerd is awesome.
They're great to watch. They play no defense
I'm making fun of
whatsoever.
the name. It
Sounds
sounds like
like
a
a
nerd
Pacers.
on. It sounds like a nerd on fire running down the court. And soccer players are nerds, so it's perfect.
Yeah,
Hey,
I think that's it for my top level bets. I'll leave the rest for subscribers, but you're going to get the general idea. Any of these teams that are in this range that have all the incentive to score goals, like I'm just taking the overs. There's a lot. I'm on a lot of overs. I know I'll get burned on 1 or 2, but there's a few that I just feel like are going to go through the roof.
Kababba, what else you got?
Yeah.
Anything else?
I got a 2U for the subs that I'm going to let them stay with it. But FanDuel had a 30% soccer boost, and I did Ousmane Dembele, Phil Foden, and Kylian Mbappe to score or assist to get plus 630.
To score or assist. Ooh. That seems
Just-
like it has more outs than my just score. I need to do that. Okay. What were their names again?
Ousmane
it's
Dembele
in the
for
it's in the-
PSG. Phil
Kamara
Foden for Man
Usman's
City.
playing soccer now? Holy shit.
No.
Usman?
Ousmane Dembele.
Dembele?
Yeah. For
Tommy,
PSG.
it's in the promo bets channel. You can just read
Yeah, I
the
know.
names.
I'm doing this for the subs too. They need to hear it again. Go on.
Okay.
Phil Foden for Man City.
Who is it?
And
What?
Phil Foden for Man City.
Phil Foden? These sounds like superheroes, like Philly Photon, Oozbar,
They
Fire
are superheroes,
Nerds.
Tommy.
Yeah. All right. And who's the other one?
And Kylian Mbappe for Real Madrid.
Bop, 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 bop. All right. Okay. So the main bets I'm seeing here are you guys both on the Fire Nerds versus Lily over 2.5?
I used the both teams to score, but I do like
So
the
you're
over.
so you're both that
Yeah.
there's going to be two or more goals in that game at least, probably
Yes.
3 or more. Young boys, Man City team total, PSG over 2.5 with Siege, I believe, and then some goal props. So if you guys were going to bet one thing, what is your favorite thing each? Doesn't have to be the same thing. If you were going to house something that's within range,
Are you
150
doing
or
this on
lower,
purpose?
what would it be? Yes, I am. What is it?
It'd be my 2U that was almost 3U for the subs, but for the freeloaders, the Red Star over 3.
Okay, and Siege?
Boy, this is a tough call.
Take your time. Take your time.
I'll be back.
Fire and Leverkusen minus 2.5. Like they just have every incentive to score.
All right, Leverkusen 2.5. All right, Cubby, we love you, buddy.
All right,
Go
thanks
get
for
it.
having
I'll
me,
give it
guys.
30 minutes to go get prepared. Kabab will be in the chat with the subscribers all day. Kabab and Siege are going to be starting a soccer podcast. They don't know that. I just announced that now after hearing them go back and forth with each other. So that's happening. And also, on top of that, we have the DFS package, which is going right now. You can still use promo code DFS20 if you're looking to play some footsie DFS. And on the betting side, use promo code MADNESS and get 20% off any package we have. That's all sports. That'll include the college basketball, include soccer, football, and everything that we have. So go over there, link in my bio. You can go get the betting side and go to 4deep.com if you want to get the DFS side. Kababble. Peace, motherfucker.
All right, later, guys.
Later.
Man, we should probably do soccer more often if it's going to keep Bill this quiet.
Yeah, dude, that was great. I think it should have gone another 30 minutes. I think it should have gone another 30 minutes.
I couldn't have been the only one who wanted to kill myself today.
Well, listen, the bottom
When they
line
make
is
money, they're going to enjoy it a lot more.
That's the shit that's going on
Listen,
today.
I mean, they can make.
I was making bets off of that.
Yeah, I was making bets. If it's not about Bill, Bill doesn't like it. We all know that.
Going a little bit, but
All right, what are we going to do for the next 22 minutes?
let's talk about Matt McClung being in the dunk contest. I mean,
Oh my! Talk about the most worthless thing ever.
His fucking
That's where we're going,
his
Jets.
literal
That's what we're
response
getting to.
to stop talking about something meaningless is let's go to a G League player in the dunk contest. The player's not even. Is he even in a league?
he is
No,
now.
he's in the G League.
He's not even. I even know that.
He is
He's not even in
now.
a fucking league, and no one cares
He's
about
in
it.
the league now.
They're talking about fucking banning the dunk contest. It's so bad. Get back to soccer. Fuck
Listen,
that.
There's going to be 2 3-peats going on. Kansas City wins 3 in a row, and Matt McClung wins 3 in a row.
Remember who was on him the first 2 times?
Are
What?
you parlaying that, Bill?
I am. And then, then we got the Royal Rumble this weekend also. Can't wait. This Royal Rumble is supposed to be
Actually,
awesome.
let's see if there's odds for that. Hold on.
There's a lot of good.
Yeah, so by the way, guys, Bill interrupted the biggest sport in the world on the biggest betting day of the year with nothing else going on to make sure you guys hear about Matt McClung and the Royal Rumble on the betting show today with soccer starting. Just so you know. So you think I'm fucking nuts. This is what I got to deal with.
I don't know if you know. But
Bill wants to do his 2026 power rankings for the NFL.
Chuck Pagano is now back in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the McAfee set and back into the NFL with the Ravens. Look at that.
He's a secondary coach, right?
He's an assistant.
The Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl now.
Defensive
Yeah.
assistant.
Every year. Don't worry. Bill will start saying that in 4 months.
They have
We'll be back.
12 defensive assistant coaches now. I think like 4 of them are like former defensive coordinators. One's a coach. I mean, they're stacked on their fucking thing now. But Chuck Pagano coming off the McAfee set.
Wow.
To the NFL.
What we do need to talk about, which everything Bill just talked about was irrelevant. What I wish we had.
Oh, I got another one. Bronny James last night playing about 15 minutes, going 0 for 5. This has to go down in NBA history as the worst pick in the history of the NBA draft.
And this segment has to go
The
down as
Lakers-
the worst segment
the
I've ever heard in my life.
Lakers-
We now have Matt McClung, Pagano, Bronny James, and wrestling. We
He's
just
probably
cut
playing
soccer.
bingo. He's probably got like a bingo card in front of him.
Yeah,
I got the Royal Rumble odds right here.
You want to tell us anything about the WNBA? Any new happenings going on there?
Yes, the WNBA, we made a huge trade. Huge trade. Was it the Los Angeles team making a blockbuster trade? I forget the girl's name.
Kelsey Plum.
It's Kelsey Plum. Yeah, I was gonna say Kelsey Plum.
Huge trade. Huge. Monstrous. I don't know the fuck girl's name, but it was huge.
Don't know anything about it, but I know it was big. And
A lot of girls in Jersey have said that throughout their lives
The
after meeting
man-
me.
the
Don't know
man-
anything about him, but I know it was
the
big.
man girl, the one who got arrested in over in Russia, she is part of some WNBA team, best team available. I would have fuck knows. But there you go. That's the NBA.
That's it. There's Rupp's retardation. There's his
No, I'm
new
not going
spot.
to tell you who, but there's 2 guys in the Royal Rumble that are minus 200 and 1 that's minus 150.
Wow. Tell me
Wow,
right now.
I mean, they must have upped the limits so you could bet on it now. Like,
Tell me right
everyone's minus 200.
What?
I need to know who it is. Well, let me guess. CM Punk has got to be one.
He's minus 150.
I knew that.
Is The Rock in it?
He's
Stone
in it, but
Cold?
he's not one of them.
What? He's not one of them?
Nah, they wouldn't be favorite.
No, I think Cena. Is Cena in it?
John Cena?
Yeah.
Yep. Minus
Bill,
200.
I called that. Bro, Bill, if I'm right on this, I'm the greatest wrestling handicapper in the world.
There's
I said
one
that
other guy
a
who's
month
minus
ago to
200.
you that Cena's going to win the Royal Rumble. You said he wouldn't be in it.
No, it's gonna be Punk.
No, it's going to be Cena.
Who's the other one?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
I only know one guy. Is that Cody Rhodes?
No, he's not
No,
in it. He's the champion.
he's not
so
in it. He's
they,
the
fight,
champion.
they fight him.
I have no idea.
It's Seth Rollins.
All right,
Seth Rollins, I was gonna guess.
So
I'm
it's
so
going to
good.
be them three at the end. You know that.
Let's
Yeah.
go, Cena. It's Cena. I'm so good at picking winners in sports. I know nothing
And then
about.
it's Reigns and then The Rock are plus 154.
Do you know the person who's coming 30th in the Rumbles never won the Rumble?
Never.
It's crazy.
Well, Cena will be 30th. I'll stay all day. Let's go to the NBA, and then we'll start with the real sports. I was going to say let's go to the real sports, but I can't count this.
Ronnie James, Tommy. He did great
Yeah,
last
no,
night.
we're not talking about that. Sage, give me a rundown of what's going on in the NBA before fucking. I mean, that's literally 2 G League players
Ronnie James.
that Bill Rupp has spoken about in the NBA. It's literally 100% of the players he talks about are in the G League.
He said on Monday he didn't
I mean, you have to remember, Tony. All Bill watches is the tip in the first basket. So.
are winning it all now.
Oh God.
He
Anyway.
said it Monday. When they don't want to hear when the Knicks win that they're gonna win all. They scored. What, they dropped 150?
Yeah, but Siege said don't overreact to that.
No,
They're gonna
I
blow him
am.
out.
Well,
Didn't I say that?
Yeah, he literally said yesterday. Bill doesn't listen.
This was
This,
Monday.
listen, the reason he's so good at first baskets, Siege, is because he doesn't have the attention span to focus of anything more than that. So when you start talking to him, it's the same thing. Whatever you say first is what he remembers, and anything after that is gone. Siege said yesterday the Knicks are going to crush them.
This was Monday, first of all.
Monday, he said this: the Knicks are going to crush.
Don't
Don't think that
overreact.
means they're good.
And I'm doing the opposite of what he said. You're going all the way.
Get the whiteboard. Put it on a whiteboard.
You know what's the sad part is the Knicks are in another fantastic rest spot against the Nuggets. So
Oh, they're going to smash the Nuggets tonight. It's gonna be
they're in a great spot against the Nuggets. So when they beat the Nuggets by like 15, again, don't overreact to the Knicks.
Oh, I will.
This is Denver's one trip to New York, and they're fatigued coming in. So we
So
know
give
how
me
this
the, give me
goes.
the
How about
rundown
I
on
have
who's.
I have a futures parlay with Chiefs Super Bowl. Knicks 1 seed in the East, Bill. Let's go.
That is the dumbest bet
You guys
I've
are
ever seen in my
retarded.
life.
You guys are absolutely retarded.
What do you
guys are-
mean?
Well, he put that in before the season, I think. You guys are retarded. The Knicks suck. All right, Siege, give me a rundown of injuries and everything we got to focus
Yeah,
on.
there's a shit ton of injuries. The only things that are new is LaMelo Ball is out for Charlotte. They're somehow still favored, which I don't know about that one.
He got hurt last night, right?
I know Brooklyn's trying to lose, but Brooklyn has more talent on the floor for what might be the last time this season. Jason Tatum's a game time decision.
I'll tell you this, though, Siege. If Brooklyn's trying to lose, they're doing a very good job of it lately.
They're trying to lose. They literally traded for their pick back to get into the top. Like they are.
Go get Cooper
I
Flag.
remember a couple weeks ago when I told you to bet the Nets plus like 700 to draft to
Flag.
get Cooper Flag. Yeah, because the lottery. Like
Listen, I'm a
now-
Nets fan, so since I'm ignoring the sport, I'm so happy they're tanking. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
have a reason to start fucking rooting.
No,
for
you
them.
should. I mean, they traded for their picks back. Like there's actually hope in Brooklyn.
Oh,
in the
they
next
did?
few years. Yeah,
got him
traded-
back?
They got him back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did.
So that's why they're tanking.
Yeah.
So
One player's going to do a lot.
Levert and Garland are out for Cleveland. Jimmy Butler, of course, is still suspended. And none of the Sixers play because they never play. Yeah, that's really about it. I got 2 bets for tonight. I got the Knicks minus 2.5 against the Nuggets. And then I've got the Thunder minus 10 against the Warriors. This is one of those spots they might win by 25 plus.
Yes.
Okay. Hoffman, what do you like?
I like the Knicks, definitely. I didn't really look at anything.
So
else.
what is the reason why we're on the Knicks so much, guys? Why?
It's just,
you said
well, for me, it's fatigue. I like any NBA sides I take is basically this team has played a lot of games recently versus this team that has not played a lot of games recently.
Okay.
I'm going to parlay the Raptors and the Cavs. The
All
Heat are a disaster.
Bill.
Jimmy Butler is a fucking. That's.
I just
Dude,
can't.
by
like-
the way, I told you guys on this show
How
2
does
weeks
he?
ago.
Like, what is going on?
I told you guys on this show 2 weeks ago when everyone was like, oh, he's got a right. They're treating him wrong. They should let him go. I'm like, this is about to get ugly. Didn't I say it on this show? See, you were here. You guys. I said, this is about to get fucking ugly. And now it's fucking ugly. This is
You're
where
I kind of like.
so
Is
obvious
everyone
this is
playing for
coming.
the Timberwolves tonight?
Yes.
Yeah,
They should
Tommy,
beat the
he
Suns.
gets whatever he wants every fucking time.
I know, but everyone always sympathizes with. Listen,
everywhere.
listen. I absolutely love Jimmy Butler. He's one of my
He's
favorite
35
players.
years
He's a great.
old.
But the problem is, you guys all were fucking like, oh, they need to let him go. They're like everyone falls for his bullshit in the first when he starts because he's smart. He's Jordan's son.
He's so good at it.
He's
He's
smart.
gonna
He
win.
knows how to put just enough time in on the team where you don't look like you're bailing early, and then he waits for like that exact moment when everyone's like on TV. Why is Jimmy Butler being wasted on this team that's not and then he strikes. And he always strikes with something like, I'm sad. And then it's like turns into fuck you, motherfucker, fuck you.
Not showing up for
whenever he
anything.
goes, I'm sad, everyone's like, they need to, and then all of a sudden that comes out. And then Tommy G wins again.
Yeah, but
Jimmy
fine,
Bu-
he's on a shitty team. They're 6.
I know, but listen, he's
He's
a
kind of
fucking
got like a little like Dennis Rodman in him.
he's
like,
a dick.
does whatever
But
he
I
wants.
mean,
He
listen,
wants money. He wants money.
At the same token, dude, you got to understand this guy's on the back end of his career. He doesn't have much time left. So if you could do it,
Tommy, Pat Riley has done this with every player that's ever been on the Heat. He did it with fucking Mourning when Mourning came back, had to leave and come back. He's done it with fucking with LeBron.
That's why it's gonna get. That's why Tommy said 2 weeks
that's
ago
why I
it's
said
gonna get ugly.
because he
did it
doesn't
with
have a
Dwayne.
pussy at the top.
He did it with Dwayne Wade.
This is gonna get ugly.
You're proving Tommy's point.
It's ugly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's just the only reason I knew that was because when I used to watch NBA a lot more. Riley, fucking Butler, unhappiness. Good luck. That's gonna be all hell breaks loose.
Riley
But
does this with everyone.
Also, I should note my model loves the Spurs, but they're flying back from Paris, so I took a pass on that. Same with the Pacers.
from
My model-
Paris? Oh fuck you. Wemby played in
Do you
Paris.
think they're gonna?
Yeah, we
They're
talked
gonna
about
get,
that twice on the show.
Idiot.
What's his
Damn
name?
it.
Said he wants to go there. Do you think they're gonna get him? De'Aaron Fox. That'd be massive if they get him.
I mean, I have some Houston Rockets futures from the preseason at 150-1, so I'm really hoping he goes to Houston, but I suspect he'll go to the Spurs.
Is that an
Yeah.
option?
Should we
I've
pop
never
some
heard- I've
Spurs
never heard
futures in?
Yeah, to win.
No, they're not going to win.
Are they
Yeah,
still more than? I mean, De'Aaron
it's
Fox
one.
is
It's
super-
one more. It's one more year. Like
Yeah,
you bet
they
them
can't
next
sneak
year.
in and
I mean, they're 3 games below 500.
I know De'Aaron Fox is tremendous. Like you're
Well,
talking
we
about
have
one of the
them.
best scorers
We
in the
have them.
NBA.
I think I bet them preseason to make the play-in or something. For the
They're not
futures.
gonna-
I mean, listen, I'm gonna stab at it. Why the fuck not?
The
It's
Spurs-
like,
the
it's like
Spurs
plus 300,000.
Here's the problem: the Spurs have no incentive to trade for him now.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it in now while it's plus 300,000 or whatever.
But my point is, like,
If
the
they
Spurs
trade
aren't going
for
to
him,
trade him
it's
for him this year. Like, they have no incentive to trade. Like,
yeah,
they'll trade for him in the
throwing
offseason.
money away.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I'll just play
Now
a few
Anthony Davis
less
is
spins and
hurt, too, so
slots.
The Lakers are fucked.
And what's up with Popovich? Is he ever going to coach again, or is he just dead?
Yeah, that's
He's
not
too
looking.
busy fucking.
No.
I think he's trying to leave the country. Honestly,
That's like
because-
100.
Yeah, I think Trump's about to come after his ass because
Yeah.
Popovich was not happy when Trump won.
Nobody's
Also, yeah. So my model liked the Pacers and the Spurs, but they're both flying back from Paris, so I took a pass on
Funny.
that.
Tommy, have you heard the latest Diddy news?
No,
That since Diddy has the tapes of everybody, like you
the ones I told you about. Yeah.
Yeah, I just said if you let me
Okay.
finish.
You never compliment. So I
I
can cut you off.
said, like,
Please
you
let me.
told me.
Hold on, time out. I apologize. Now, please proceed.
Okay. Heard.
No. You with the compliment.
No, I already told you that.
No, what'd you say? I talked over you.
No. Alec Baldwin.
Okay, he said it was
was
me.
on, Alec Baldwin was on a podcast, and he said that he's heard from some of his lawyer people in Hollywood that there are bidding wars going on now. That the main actors and all these famous people are bidding to get the Diddy tapes back.
So I told you the reason why when I said this to Bill, I said, "Yo, this ain't like Epstein," and he's like, you said it about Epstein." I'm like, Epstein was a billionaire financier, single person, fucking rich white Jewish guy. You know they're gonna fucking listen to fucking go to jail. We'll send you over the fucking ice wall. We'll pretend you're dead. And Epstein's living somewhere. Epstein's not dead. Not at all. Diddy's a problem. Diddy's not on the inside. He's not a cocky Jew. He's not fucking a white dude. He's not a fucking billionaire, rich financier. He's a problem. So Diddy is the one who's going to have all the tapes, all the footage. And Epstein was just going to implicate like some celebrities in politics. Diddy could shut down an industry. And he's a psychopath. So Shit's coming out. It's just a matter of
Bidding
when.
wars for the tapes. Bidding wars.
Bill, there's babies being unalived on those tapes in sacrifices. I'm telling you. When that happens, you have to believe every conspiracy I've ever told you. They literally murder at those parties. Back to sports. Let's go. Anything, Bill? First baskets. What are you on?
Yep. Did out one early this morning that I love. Porzingis should win the tip. Kills the tip. Porzingis and Brown first basket. For some reason, DraftKings was $1 more than FanDuel. It was $3.90 this morning instead of $2.90. Brown was $4.50. But we're also going again, which I didn't bet the other day. But Porzingis actually hit he hit a three, but it wasn't the team. It was the team's first basket. You could bet team first three on DraftKings at plus 600, or first three of the game is plus 900 on FanDuel for Porzingis. Because
you had another one last night, didn't you? What the fuck
yes,
was it? LeBron?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. You win every day. It's fucking.
Gave out one yesterday. LeBron cashed it plus 550, and then we gave one on the show on Monday. They hit Porzingis again. But yeah, we're gonna go with Porzingis and the three today. So he's gonna come off. He's gonna win the tip. Brown's gonna get the ball back to Porzingis. Porzingis step back three. Good. We win.
Sounds good. I like that. Let's go to college basketball. Yesterday, I mean, the chat just never learns, Hoff. The chat just never learns. It's the same 5 people all the time. Yesterday, bad start. Very bad start.
Like Bill said, never bet Tommy's first bet of the day.
I got fucking smashed on that first game with Tennessee.
Tommy always gets better as the day goes on.
How about
the game on Monday, Tommy? What about the game on Monday when I didn't even want to come upstairs because I was so worried about
which one?
What you were gonna do.
Oh, Arizona?
Yeah,
oh my God, dude. Dude, the funniest thing is this. People were literally ripping me for the now. Listen, because it went to overtime, I just put the GIF up, right? I didn't do I'm the fucking best in the world fucking expose. Because listen, sometimes you got to get a little lucky. I understand that. We had Kansas, who was up 6 with 2 free throws. We had 18 seconds left, who lost on Saturday. We had St. Francis, PA, who was up 19 with 6 minutes left and gave up a 22 run or lost on Sunday. So we're owed that. That's college basketball. Those go back and forth. You get some, you lose some. Of course, the people on Twitter don't realize you can't say that was a bad bet if there's a good bet. But I thought it was a fantastic bet, Siege, because we had the nut low, absolute lowest of the low Caleb Love game. And I know he's a little erratic to begin with, right? But he's the energy. When he goes off, they win. When he doesn't, they lose. We had the nut low. He shot 1 for 10 from 3 before the final shot of the game. And he stepped on the out-of-bounds line as he was breaking away going for a dunk. To get the absolute 5% Caleb Love expectation and still be in that game at the buzzer means if we got even an average Caleb Love game, they destroy him. And if we get what we saw,
ended up destroying him anyway.
And when we get what we saw from Caleb Love in overtime, which is what we all expected when we bet on Arizona, they might beat him by 30, right? So that just showed we got the worst game from our best player, and still we're right there. But that was a fun game. I was sweating the shit out of that.
I couldn't believe it when it went in from half court.
I literally tweeted, Siege, this game, this regulation only ends one way, and it's with a Caleb Love 3. It had to be. That's how the script was written. The line was fucked up. There's magnets in the ball. I'm telling you, that was only ending one way. That was it. Vegas knew what was going on with that.
I couldn't believe the guy made the other free throw. That's why you missed the free throw there with the team has no
You have
timeouts.
to miss that. You have to miss that. That was stupid. I can't believe fucking Arizona missed on purpose. Like, what are we doing? Like, plenty of time left. It was like 4.5 seconds left.
Yeah, I was not happy at that point.
So yesterday, for those of you that missed it, Tennessee to start today. You guys know I never bet big spreads unless I'm money line parlaying them. I do not like laying points in college. I know a lot of people do. Yesterday, I thought Tennessee was going to beat their ass so bad. I actually laid the 10 points with Tennessee, right? This was there was no way Kentucky was going to be able to stay in this game. They were missing 3 of their starters, including their point guard. And when you're missing a point guard, forget it in college. It's like missing 2 players when you're missing your point guard, whether he's awesome or not. Tennessee's just coming off a fucking bad loss at home, rival, and they fucking sucked. they missed. Are you ready for this? Bill, listen to this. Tennessee missed 34 threes last night.
Wow. A lot of them were
34.
Open.
How is that? How do you? They took 45.
Jesus.
Kentucky took 24 and made more threes than them. But no, Kentucky played their asses off, man. That's one of the things that There's no excuse. We earned that loss. Tennessee should not have won that game. Even if they would have hit some of those threes, they didn't deserve to win that game. That was just an L. It just fucking got smacked upside the head. They had no business there. This does happen, Siege. We saw this a lot when I used to play DFS a lot. I'm sure it's still going on today. You see starters missing for a team, and all you think is, wow, they're missing a lot of offense. But you get these kind of guys who are better defensively and not as explosive offensively who take their place, and they D the fuck up, and that's what they did to Tennessee.
They didn't D the fuck up. Tennessee just missed a bazillion.
They missed a lot, dude. But dude, not all those threes. Half of those were fucking great defense. I mean,
some of them were, but some of them were just like
a ton of wide open threes. You missed 34 threes in the game, then you got a problem. But fun game, Arizona game, not so fun with Tennessee, and then of course we just get a buzzer beater win in overtime to end last night. First game of the day we lost, and fucking 16 retards come running in. Oh my fucking god, I want to kill myself. So what I proceeded to do was sending out everyone, guys, I'll fucking pick up these units, shut the fuck up. And we ended up for the day, swept hockey, won the next 4 college basketball bets. Basketball Jesus, back in full effect. Oh, back to today, Siege. What do you like?
It's actually a pretty shitty card for like a Wednesday.
I actually like 3. Let me start then.
Okay, I know
you've been in soccer mode all day.
I do have 3 though, so let's see if we match.
So Mississippi State, I absolutely love. This is a pretty obvious system play for the people who know my betting strategy. We got Mississippi State at home here against Alabama. Mississippi State is favored in this game. Mississippi State's lower ranked team. You don't really need much more than that. Like that alone makes it a max bet usually. And I think this is just a line move. This is the line play, a matchup play, a ranking play. Not about a skill positions or anything. Mississippi State's a good team. I actually think they're a little bit overrated. But Mississippi State beats Alabama today. That's my first one. My other 2 favorites, and then I'll kick to you, Siege. Maryland on the money line. You could take a -5.5. Maryland is one of those teams that we make a ton of money on every year. Every year we make a ton of money on Maryland because you have to pick your spots with this team. This team is absolutely fucking retarded every year. It's not even a question. They're retarded. They can run you out of the gym, and they can get run out of the gym at any given moment. But the thing about Alabama is they're actually a fucking nasty home team. And a lot of people don't think of them in that ilk as like when Duke and teams like that are home. Maryland again this year is 12-1 at home. So when you look at their record, they're 12-1 at home and 2-4 on the road. They're 2-4 on the road and 12-1 at home. So in these big spots, when that crowd gets jacked up, this stadium rocks. Maryland should run away with this game. I don't love them as a cover team normally because they are so stupid, and they're the type of team that'll be up 13 with 2 minutes left and win by 4. But I like this spot for them for sure. Use this in your parlays. So if you're looking for things to parlay, the soccer games we were talking about, the goal scorer props, things like that, this is a good game that I like on that side. And you look at Wisconsin. Wisconsin's fucking 13-4, but they're 2-3 on the road. So there's a lot of opportunities like that today. And then Miami. Miami's the other one that I like today. I am on the Hurricanes in this spot. I would say probably going to end up being a max bet. Right now it's about
don't do that to yourself,
there.
Tommy. Have you watched this Miami team?
I have. That's exactly why. So exactly what you just said is the reason I'm making it a max, because you're right. Why is a 4-16 team who looks like the worst team in the fucking country favored today?
This is a spot where I totally get it.
0-9 in the ACC, 4-16, lost 10 in a row.
I totally get it, but Miami is so checked out. I'm not sure the number can get to right.
We'll see. Yeah, that's the only fear in situations like this. You know, the only fear is did the team check out, and this is going
They've
to
checked
be
out. Their coach quit on them midseason. They're just coming back from a West Coast road trip.
Everyone knows that, and they're fine.
This ACC is starting to worry me, man. Like Duke is.
ACC.
Like they're not just like we're not being challenged. Like everything.
ACC. Duke's basically going to have a Notre Dame situation here on their hands. They're just going to run.
I would like a loss at some point. Like, are we going to get like?
Yeah, this is.
I thought they were going to lose one of the last 2 games, but like Cooper Flag just like.
I wish Duke had a game at Notre Dame. They would lose it, but they don't play.
They would, but they don't.
Yeah, I know. Because that Notre Dame team, they matched up so well the first time. Flag will put up 40 again, but they don't play again.
Yeah,
I got 2 that you didn't mention. I have Mississippi State. I have Maryland. There's actually 2 I've bet and 1 that I have circled, and I'm not quite sure how I want to handle yet. Let me actually talk to you about that one first, because I'm surprised you didn't have this one.
Is it Gardner-Webb or Illinois State?
It is not, but those are the next on my list. I
on my
haven't gotten that far in the research yet. Auburn minus 12.5 at LSU. This is a trappy of all trap spots for Auburn. They're coming off that massive Tennessee win they had absolutely no business winning. And then they play at Ole Miss ranked team in a couple days. This feels like a first half LSU outperforms spot, and then you hit Auburn live in the second half.
So I was looking at this one. I was a little bit surprised that the line was so high. So what I like to do, and I do agree with you. Everything you said is right. I like to see the line be lower than I thought it should be, right? In this spot, LSU may be one of those teams that's kind of quitting on the season right now too at 12-7, right? This team was 11-1 or something, and they've just lost 5 of their last 6, just been getting stomped left and right. I mean, a lot of these games aren't even close. They had a decent showing against Alabama there, lost by double digits to A&M, lost by 12 to Ole Miss, lost by 20 to Missouri, lost by almost double digits to Vanderbilt. They were losing that whole game. It shouldn't even have been close. So I think it's more that if the line was too low, if Auburn was minus 6.5, I'd slam LSU, right? On this one, I think 12.5 is kind of right, but I wouldn't be surprised if LSU.
I think I'm going to take LSU first half, and then sprinkle the money line.
The bottom line.
This reminds me of Marquette Butler yesterday, where Butler just comes out storming, and Marquette's down like 9 at the half. I hammer Marquette at the half, and they're up like 4 minutes into the second half. They go like on 18.
Yeah, I would say.
What are you saying? Do they have double results in college basketball? Can you do like LSU first half, Auburn, like we do for football?
Yeah, you can do it. 100%.
We should do that then. What is
a little LSU first half Auburn game.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably be like
plus 475.
It's got more than that.
There's your bet.
That's it? I thought it'd be higher than that.
Yeah, that's low. Why is it so low?
Because LSU's
usually
plus
like 600.
Well, LSU's plus 300 to win the first half, and then the money. So then you're basically getting Auburn still favored.
Yeah, and the reverse correlation usually jacks that up. I do think if you bet LSU, you're betting them in the first half, because the bottom line is if they don't cover the first half, they're going to lose by 30. So they're going to need if you're going to bet the game, you might as well bet the first half, because they're going to have to keep this close to stay in it.
This just screams like the Butler game yesterday that I was watching a lot of.
Yeah.
So I think I will take them first half,
right,
and then I'll leave the other 2 for subs.
Okay, cool. That's pretty good. I just mentioned I like Gardner Webb and Illinois State too, as smaller plays. Go get signed up. Promo code MADNESS, 20% off every package on the site. You will want to be here through March Madness. I promise you that. Let's go over to pucks. Zab, what do we got going on the ice?
We got
D-Rock plays or anything?
I got D-Rock's
5 games today. You want to shoot off D-Rock's first?
Yeah.
He's got Marcia Schultz over 2.5 shots on goal.
Okay.
That's all he has. And then he's got golf bets here.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the golf bets. D-Rock couldn't make it today. Would you yell at D-Rock? Go tweet at him. Fucking scream at him. I moved the show to Wednesday.
You want the golf bets now?
Yeah. No. Let's finish hockey first. Zab, do you have anything for hockey?
There's already been 4 goals in soccer already in those games.
Are you serious?
So, yeah, there are 4
minutes. Started like 2 minutes.
Is it the young boys?
Let me see.
I can't believe
Aston Villa.
All right, can we get this done? We got 4 soccer goals.
Let's get it. Siege, get out of here. Go. You're done. Go.
Yeah.
Go. Seriously, go. Bye. Go watch that. All right.
Can I go?
No.
No.
You're being tortured.
You got to say, let's go to end the show.
Yeah. Okay. Who's going to do the let's go? You literally serve one purpose here. It's to sit and bitch for an hour and then say let's go. I mean, what the fuck? Zab, go on.
Pens have been terrible. They're on the road against the Soakers tonight, so I think I'll be on the Soakers tonight minus.
Let's go soak. Let's soak.
I'm also.
By the way, I'm on the Soakers too. Minus 140.
I'm going to look at Toronto, using them as a parlay piece with something.
Don't hate it.
Minus 170. They've been giving up a ton of shot. Wild has been bad lately, so I'm going to go with Toronto. Just going to look for something to parlay them down with.
All right. Use Maryland money line and hoops.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Kings also. So sweep in hockey yesterday for that fucking jerk off in the chat. Is like, oh, Tommy doesn't know hockey. We know you're a troll from another company. I'm not fucking stupid. And sweep. Suck a dick. So Hurricane Sabres Ducks yesterday all won. Today I mentioned the Soakers. For those of you that don't know, that's Utah, because they stick their dicks in girls and leave them and soak. That's what Soakers. So I had to do it. That's what we call them. Utah Soakers, Mormons. Got it. Cool. Utah Soakers minus 140. I don't hate the Maple Leafs, which Zab just said minus 159 for parlays, and I like the Kings plus 128 against the Panthers here tonight. This is just a straight line movement play on the Kings. Opened at minus 162. 82% of the public is on the Panthers, and the line's dropped to 145. So we almost have like a 20-cent move on an 80% public, which is at least a couple units on the other side for the Kings. So those are the three hockey bets. We covered the Foot Fairies. We covered NCAA. We covered NBA. Bill covered the G League, WrestleMania.
I was actually wrong on WrestleMania, and someone pointed it out.
Sure.
And I went back and looked. There have been winners from the 30th spot. I was watching something earlier that said that there has been. They were wrong. So Hoffman, there have been multiple 5 winners.
So wait, let me just get this straight. So when you thought it was right, it was yours. And now that it's wrong, you were watching someone else.
Well, nothing's ever mine. What I just come up with?
Tommy's gonna clip that for sure.
I just come up with shit on my own. Like something just pops into my head. No,
the rest of us do research to find
shit
stuff
all the time. So Cody Rhodes in 23, which is actually 2 years ago. Brock Lesnar in 22 off. Triple H in 2016. John Cena in 2008. And The Undertaker in 2007 have all entered from the 30th spot and won.
All in Cena tonight. Conspiracy G.
Not tonight. It's not tonight.
Not tonight.
Saturday night.
Royal Rumble is not on a Wednesday.
Whenever it is.
There's a big UFC card this weekend too. So
Yeah.
Tommy, WrestleMania's in Las Vegas this year.
Let's go, dude. Cena's going to win. Dude, every time I do this and come out with a sport I don't know, NBA Cup, Bucks are going to win. Whatever I don't know, that's what's going to happen. Cena's winning it. And I fucking hate John Cena. I hate John Cena.
I'm not a big fan of John Cena either.
I fucking hate him more. He's like top 20 in the world that I hate. Like, I fucking hate him. So this isn't a homer thing. I think he's annoying.
Did you
a
also
puppet. He's a pussy. He's a fucking loser.
that the Paul brothers are fighting each other?
We called that.
Didn't I tell you 3 years ago that's how this ends, Bill? And you told me no. This is how it ends.
They did
when the ratings start to dip after the Tyson blowback, right? Because everyone said it was clearly rigged. Uh-oh, your arrow's going down. Jake Paul knows what to do. Time for Logan and Jake.
So they put out a video yesterday of them going at each other in like an MMA area or something. So they're either going to box, MMA fight. I mean, they may make a cup of tea in the ring. I don't know what they're going to do.
No one cares. All you know is it's going to be rigged.
They're going to March. They're fighting each other.
All you know, it's going to be rigged. Jake Paul's going to win.
Of course it's going to be rigged.
Bet your life on Jake Paul. He's going to win.
They're the two smartest fucking marketers.
Yes, those two.
Social media. I mean, the guys are geniuses.
But I'm telling you, do not bet anything but Jake Paul in that fight. Because this is the conspiracy theory was once his shine starts to take an arrow down, which it did after that Tyson. He thought Tyson was going to shoot him through the roof. A lot of people were really mad about that fight and how that went because a lot of money came in on it. The whole world saw it on Netflix. That was blatantly rigged. It was fake. This is his arrow push. Logan Paul already has his shit. He's a superstar in the WWE. He's coming in to help his baby brother. Go get a knockout, look awesome, put him back on the map.
So,
that's what this is.
Why would the fight not be on Netflix again? Why would they switch to HBO Max?
Whoever gives them the most money.
But don't you think because they have a relationship with Netflix and they made
because see that's what I like about the Pauls. I do believe they were cherry picked by the cabal. I do believe they were pushed by the algorithms, and I do believe they're cabal puppets on some level. But the way they've been a little outspoken and shit, I kind of really respect them. I respect it. Take the cabal part out of it. I respect those two, Bill, and they're businessmen and they're smart. They will not lock into any company because then you're giving them leverage, right? So they might be doing this, and then what I would guess is they go to HBO if that's true, and then come back and sign the Netflix deal. Because now Netflix will be worried because they killed Netflix.
They're fighting. It's going to be on HBO.
That's what I mean. But then then Paul will go back and sign a deal with Netflix. Because the one thing Jake Paul understands is momentum. He understands right now Tyson killed the momentum, that fight. He needs Logan. He also understands that Netflix has momentum and he needs to make sure that they don't think they could fucking have advantage in those negotiations. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I think it's a money thing. Is that what you say, there, bud? I don't.
Somebody in the chat asked Sabonis, Zion, and Kawhi. I don't like Kawhi because I'm on the other side. I'm on Wembanyama. Sabonis never wins a tip 25% of the time. So unless he gets the second shot, maybe. I mean, but they are going against Philly.
Just say no. If you don't like it, say no.
No. That guy, Usable, is awful. Is that even know how to say his name? But the guy filling in for Embiid, he's fucking shit. So maybe Sabonis wins the tip against him. And Zion, I mean, I have no idea. Is he even playing? He's back now. He was overweight or some shit again. I don't. What's going on? What are they doing with Zion?
Dude, Zion's a genius.
Are they ruining this guy?
No, he's a genius, dude. He's doing what? Bro, listen to me. He's a genius. He's literally doing what Mike Trout has done for the last 7 years.
He is.
He's just going out there. Hey, how is this team? How's this team? Oh yeah, we're shit. I can't play all
He
year.
never wanted to be there from the start.
Dude, he doesn't want to be there. Just like Trout didn't want to be in Anaheim when they were Anaheim, then LA.
He said he wants to be on the Knicks. Like,
bro, he is the Mike Trout. I mean, is there a better comparison in all of sports than Zion and Mike Trout? I mean, it literally could be by far the best player in the sport. Had the most hype, the most pub. League was built around him. Got buried on a fucking shitty team in a shitty location.
It was a fucking movie.
And now they never play. Yeah, he was a movie. He was literally a movie.
That season.
Yeah. He blew a shoe open.
Yeah.
He blew a shoe in half.
Things happened that season that'll never happen ever again in time.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get out of here.
Well, wait, I have somebody who does a sheet for me. So,
all right, what'd you say, Hoffman?
You want some golf bets?
Oh, yeah. Golf bets.
Golf at Pebble Beach. We're at the beach. Justin Thomas plus 1,400. Spieth plus 6,500. And you got to sign up for the other two.
And speaking of golf bets, how about fucking Tommy Putz the other night with the conspiracy theory on Tiger Woods?
Oh, yeah.
Walks in.
Little
conspiracy bets are popping. Dude, popping right now. Dude, that thing took like 10 minutes. I literally took a shit, came back, it was over.
Tommy G turned on ESPN and saw them blowing up Tigers.
All I needed, right? Going up.
It was like a game or a match-winning putt or some shit.
Yeah, that was always going to be Tiger.
The dumbest thing in the world.
Magnets in the balls, baby. They got magnets in the balls.
I don't watch that at all. So
magnets in the balls. Bill, final word.
You got magnets in your balls? Nice.
Yeah, I stick to the fridge when I walk by.
Let's go Knicks.
Fuck the Knicks. Zabowski, final words.
I got nothing today. Have a good day.
All right, cool. Hoffman?
Knicks 1 seed. Here they come.
Oh, my God.
Here we go. This is the time of the year where we turn
Mine
it up.
was better.
Let's go Kansas
Yeah,
City.
seriously. I would have said nothing instead. Yeah.
Kansas City gonna roll.
All right. Well, we got 2 weeks for that shit. 4. Kababble. Oh, shit. I almost ended the show right there. Kababble, Bill Rupp, the great Zabowski, Luke Hoffman. I am Tommy G. Good luck. Stay cashin', motherfuckers.
Let's go!